Do you ever feel like you're always only doing the things that you're supposed to do and never find time to do the things you love doing or you wish to do? Well, congratulations, you have turned yourself into a robot. In this video, I'll share the one simple thing that has helped me become just as productive as a robot, but at the same time remain human and do the things I love doing. Hey guys, how are you doing? Unfortunately, I had to take a break from creating videos, and so I haven't been posting anything for more than a month now, and I'm really sorry about that. But now looking back, I'm afraid that was indeed the right thing to do. It doesn't mean I don't care about creating videos, it's just that quite a few things happened at the same time, a lot of traveling, caught a bad flu, and so I had to reevaluate my priorities and optimize for the things that were most critical. Like resting myself enough to get better in time for my business trip. And that's precisely what I'm going to talk about today, prioritization. We all have a long list of things that we want to do, and I'm not even talking about our bucket list or something like that. Just the things we want to do today, even right now. But unfortunately, we only have 24 hours a day, and there's only one thing you can do right now. For example, you're watching this video, or maybe a few things at a time if you're very good at multitasking, but that's about it. So what should you do? Just pick any one thing at random, keep going and see what happens? Maybe. Once in a while, I do like to stop thinking too much and just do whatever I feel like doing at that moment. But if I was acting that way all the time, then I'm not sure I would be where I am today, or have you or anyone listening to me talk. Quite honestly, I would be nowhere. So you have to look at all the things that you want to do, you can do, or you need to do, and then decide what you should do now and why, as opposed to all the other things in your life. And that's basically prioritization. But you have to take all the different aspects and variables into account in your decision making, and that's hard. But here, I'm not even talking about that decision-making process. I'm just saying, instead of doing things randomly, if you make a conscious effort to try to prioritize things, you'll already start to see a huge positive difference. And as you keep making these decisions, you'll keep learning from it and get better at it over time. That's essentially what I've tried to do all through my life, and I think it helped me incredibly. But of course, it doesn't have to be that you prioritize and plan every single little thing in your life. That would be awful. You'd still only be doing all that you're supposed to do, and there would be little difference between you and a robot. But I don't want to be a robot. I love being human, being able to experience life in so many more ways, but most of all, not having been programmed to be predictable all the time. And I realized it doesn't have to be either or. In fact, the beautiful thing is, the more efficient and disciplined I am in prioritizing what I'm expected to do, more like a robot, the more time I tend to have where I can afford to not have to think, but just do whatever I want to do and be my most human self. Human self? Is that a thing? Well, I just made it up. But you get the idea, and it sounded alright, right? Yeah. Anyway, basically what I'm saying is, I feel like the better I can prioritize, the more of a life I can live, and in the way I wish to. And I have a feeling it applies to most of us, and not just me, irrespective of where we are in life or what we do. Alright, so let me share some simple tips as to how I try to prioritize things or tasks that I need to get done. First of all, it always helps to maintain a running list of all the things that you need to do. Some of them will be one-offs and some of them will be recurring needs, maybe daily, weekly, monthly, and so on. Now at the beginning of the month, it's useful to spend a little bit of time compiling and prioritizing the things you need to get done in that month. And in the same way, it's good to do the same prioritization for the week at the beginning of the week. as well as for the day, every morning, or the previous evening, depending on whichever suits you better. And it shouldn't take too long, just 10 to 15 minutes daily at most, maybe half an hour when you do it for the month, but not more than that. If it's taking longer, then most likely you are doing it wrong. The most critical part is to simply identify the things that must be done on that day or week or month, and make sure you have a plan to make that happen. Next, I tend to try to fit in the things that are most impactful or of great value. And then, for whatever else you are left with in your list, really question yourself if it didn't make the cut of being time critical or of great value, then should you even be doing that? I think this is perhaps the most important step in helping you become more efficient and cut down on things from your life that you're better off not doing. And it's all very relative. Don't ever value something from somebody else's perspective. Think about yourself and your life. For example, there are people for whom creating videos and content is the biggest thing in life. So for sure, they have to prioritize it beyond everything else. But I have very different opportunities with much bigger responsibilities and impact. So obviously it's hard for me to fit this into my list of important things. But it's something that I love doing. And like I said before, when I'm efficient and disciplined with my prioritization of things that I'm supposed to do, then that's what makes space for me to do all these things that I love doing. Anyway guys, that's all for today. I'm not even gonna ask you to like or subscribe or anything like that. I need to make more videos to deserve any more followers or subscribers than what I already have. So thank you for watching, and I'll try to post videos more frequently. By the way, I'm creating this video in English because a number of you requested me to make some videos in English, which thankfully I can, so here you go. But of course, I'll continue to make videos in Bangla, which of course I can also do, as you probably already know from my previous videos. But before I go, I have one more thing for you. So I've been traveling quite a bit this past month or so, the reason I couldn't find time to make videos. First to attend a wedding back home, and then a business trip for Google. So on my way to Dhaka, I had a stopover at the Istanbul airport, and I thought the lounge there was pretty nice, so let me take you around that. And a little bit through one of the events from the wedding, which by the way I enjoyed a lot, despite catching this horrible flu at the end. That part sucked. But that's alright, that's what makes me human and not a robot. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.